Hello, marathoners. Welcome to this video about sport nutrition and training and fueling for your marathon and for your races, whether it be 5K, 10K, half marathon, or full marathon. My name is Kristina Hess, and I'm a nutritionist in private practice, and I'm also a triathlete, so I understand how important it is to fuel for your sport. And we all know that you can't outtrain a bad diet, but nutritional errors really do show up in long distance endurance sports, the longer distances you go. So nutrition and fueling is critical for doing well in your marathon. Now, the most important thing, because there are so many variables on race day, the most important thing about your nutrition is going to be your hydration and being hydrated well going into your race, not just hydrating well on race day. So think about starting to get well hydrated at least 2 weeks prior to race day. Now, hopefully you're drinking at least half of your body weight in ounces every single day, but really getting prepared for race day means also adding electrolytes to your water, whether it be a good electrolyte powder or adding some Himalayan pink salt to your water. You don't just want to drown yourself in water, because adding just water in and you sweating a bunch, you are already losing a lot of electrolytes through your sweat. The electrolytes are the minerals that help regulate the cell function, the electrical gradient of your cells. And so they are very important for muscle contraction and making ATP, which is your energy. Now, as I see it, there are 5 stages of sport nutrition fueling. So I want you to think about whether you're a runner or whether you are doing other sports, that these windows of fueling are applicable across the board, regardless of what you're doing. So stage 1, and I hope you can see this, is your pre-workout phase. And pre-workout phase lasts anywhere from 1 to 2 hours before your training. And a lot of people do like to eat a little something, and this could be a simple carbohydrate like a piece of fruit, or maybe a little applesauce, something that will be taken up easily and quickly used. Now, personally, I encourage my athletes to train fasted, especially for shorter distance runs and medium distance runs, all the way up to half marathon distance. And the reason for that is to get your body fat adapted. And what I mean by that is that when you are not solely reliant on one fuel source, solely reliant on glucose and glycogen for energy, then you train your body to become efficient at using fat, your stores of fat for fuel, and to oxidize fat to make ATP. And so if you also train your body to do this, this will be great for your race day and you will not bonk. But regardless, it's really important to simulate race day conditions. And so however you want to do it for race day, there's no right or wrong way to do it. That's the crazy thing about nutrition. Nutrition can be very confusing that way. Okay, let's move on to stage 2. This is a window really that is beyond 90 minutes of training. So this is really only applicable to folks in endurance sports. So this could be 90 minutes, and here is where we simulate race day, competition day. If you are a competitor in a sport that it's not going to be more than 90 minutes or a couple of hours. You really just want to be well hydrated. Again, and that is going to be the most important if you're doing a shorter distance race. It's hydration. You do not need to refuel. It's really beyond that 14-mile mark where our glycogen stores are so depleted that we really do need some type of carbohydrate mixed drink that's easily absorbed into our system, and we really need to replace some glucose. Maybe you will train with some glucose chews or a gel. Personally, the gels, they hit my stomach like a bomb, but train with the food and the nutrition that you will be using on race day, because you don't want to introduce something completely new to your body on race day and feel sick and have a stomach ache or cramps. Stage 3. Stage 3 is your immediate post-workout window. Immediate post-workout window. This window is really a short 30-minute window. Some people may opt for a liquid refuel of a protein shake in this window, especially if they're trying to build some muscle. If that's not you, you don't need it. So we move on to stage 4, which for me, I think is the most critical for refeeding the body, replenishing those glycogen stores, refeeding the muscle tissue that you've beat up during your training. So stage 4 is going to be, oh, I don't think you can see that. Okay, stage 4 is your post-workout window part 2. And it really is the length of time that you trained for. So let's say you were doing a spin class or some other workout class for an hour. Stage 4 is an hour after the half an hour ends. And if you are going for a long training run, then it might be a couple of hours. And you have this window of time in which to eat something. And make sure there's some protein in it and some carbohydrate. Now, carbohydrates are also vegetables, so make sure that you are eating a lot of good veggies, starchy vegetables, sweet potato, beets. Beets are one of the most amazing endurance foods out there. Why? Because beets increase nitric oxide in your body, and nitric oxide is a vasodilator, and it increases blood flow to your heart and moving through your cardiovascular tissue, carrying oxygen. So it will increase, having a lot more nitric oxide will increase your endurance by 15%. Moving on to our 5th and final phase, this is stage 5. This is really just the remainder of the day until you reach pre-workout phase. So it may even include your sleep until you reach the next day, until you're pre-workout again. Keep it clean, protein, lots and lots of veggies, and healthy fat in stage 5 to keep you satiated until your pre-workout phase. Now, the day before a race, be careful, especially a marathon, not to have too much fiber, because you don't want to end up in the bathroom. So up until then, good fiber. You want to be regular and have your routine in the morning. But if you overdo the fiber of the day before, that's just generally not encouraged, because you don't want to be hitting the bathroom several times. Okay, but of everything that I've said, I want you to keep in mind that the most critical thing is to be well hydrated, and well hydrated with electrolytes, and not just to drown yourself in water, because you don't want to induce a condition called hyponatremia, which is too much water. And that happens sometimes to marathoners. And don't worry about taking in don't get overly obsessed about taking in too many carbs during a race. Taking in too many carbs during a race can be detrimental to your gut and can cause stomach ache. So make sure that it's really a carbohydrate drink that you are training with to take in. Approximately 4 to 8 ounces every 3 miles should do the trick. And hit up every station for water. Have a wonderful race, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out.